bullet point number 2, in an effort to, again, listing squeezation opportunities, okay? You don't, again, I always feel like I have to say this. I understand you're all self-employed independent contractors, you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do these things, okay? I respect that, I do. But I also know that a lot of these things are working because we coach them and teach them and I'm trying to help you grow your business. So we are going to leave it up to you. You let us know if you want to do this, okay? But we're going to start doing what are called private neighborhood open houses, a special private invite, like it's a private event, right? And we're doing that before any coming soon happens. So before any for sale sign, before any marketing, before any of that kind of thing, because maybe a neighbor has a friend that wants to live there and has been itching for that house, and they got the private invite, and here's the time and the date. I'll meet you there, and we're inviting neighbors, okay? Those neighbors are getting invited by you as an agent, walking that neighborhood for an hour or two and inviting 25 to 30 people with handing out brochures. Now, I know it's 2 hours of work and you got to door knock and you got to talk to people. We're going to talk to people. Trying to be funny. Maybe
Bring it on, make it a nice one.
maybe I'm being offensive. I don't know. But it's an excellent opportunity to get to know the neighbors, because here's what happens. Honestly. How many days? How many days after a house comes for sale will another house come for sale in that same neighborhood?
Within 30.
Yeah. So you're not only looking for a buyer for that home, but you're also what? Sharing with that neighborhood how cool you are and what you're doing and promoting, pre-promoting. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, so it's very simple. Marketing will create the brochure for you. You go door knock, hand them on, write them all, and then you show up.
Making a note.
Yeah. Maybe it's been our marketing intern. So yeah, any questions on that? Pretty simple, pretty easy. And I've got it scheduled with the seller already for that Tuesday, so we can talk more.
Howie, I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you talked about the brochures and such, how far in advance do you do that? And who does that?
So Grace will be creating the brochures.
Okay,
How soon? I mean, obviously, if you call Grace at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday and you tell her tonight's the night I'm gonna go walk the neighborhood and I did the brochures, that's asking a little bit. So try and give her at least a day's notice,
do you have the pictures formally done before the brochures?
Yes, good question. Yep. So the brochure has the professional photos done. So
Okay,
on new listings, thank you for saying that, and I'll come back to your question, but I want to highlight it. So step 1 is stager. Get them in, give the seller time to prepare the house, get that done. Once your seller calls you, I talked to another one today of mine. Yep, I'm ready. Great. Then I will schedule pictures. Once I know for sure when I'm getting pictures back, then we will begin these things. See, this house you're going to, I already have the pictures, had everything, right? It's all done. You're not scrambling, you're not like get the stage, get the photos, be prepared. Then you can schedule all these things, if that makes sense, Mary.
yes, it does.
Yep, perfect. Did I answer all your questions?
You did.
Okay, awesome.
Quick question, and maybe this is presumptuous, or if me not being an agent completely renders this useless, then let me know. But with
Yes.
all of the different steps within this, would it make sense to come up with a, let's call it a hypothetical timeline? Like we can use this Darlene example, right? Hey, here was exactly what I did and how much time before it goes live and what those steps look like. Because I do think it might just provide a little bit of clarity, or a reference sheet. Oh my gosh, I've got a listing coming. How much time do I need to plan in a lot before it goes live so I can hit all these different points?
You can't, Mitch.
Okay.
It has to just be in a sequence, because if you reach out to the stager today and they're able to get out there tomorrow, then great. Or their schedule is crammed and they can't get out for a week.
Got it.
And then once the stager once the stager gets done,
Okay,
the client has work to do.
So it's one
And
of.
so
those
sometimes the
case
client
by
might
case.
get that done in a day, it might take them 3 weeks to get it done. Until you're ready for photos, right? So it's just, it's a sequence, not a timeline.
Okay.
It's staging, photos, pre-marketing, coming soon, then live.
All right,
It's like you say, obviously it's gonna change, because your house might be ready to go tomorrow and somebody else might need.
Yeah, I mean, it's all time, the timeline is relative to what
Right.
everybody's schedule and what, how much work you gotta do, and what's the plan.
So like, for instance, when I was going through a listing I had, I'm putting like last week, I was like, okay, so typically we like to go live on this day, Thursday or Friday. And so then you just start backing it up. Okay, so what is your, how's your house looking right now? You know, you can look around and see, okay, you guys are in great shape. You just need to back in, maybe dust, that kind of thing. Okay, great. So you can schedule pictures here, great. So you just kind of walk them through that. And if they need a month, then it takes a month. So it's more like whatever they need. But you just.
truly a case by case.
Mhm.
But before you begin, you can have them sign everything, you just don't date it.
Yeah.
So.